One of the first things we ask clients is, what does success look like for them? And they'll say to us, actually, you know, we're a brand that needs to convey a certain message, and it's important to us on this occasion that we deliver that message, and the return isn't going to be justifiable. We're going to do it because it's cool and it's what our consumers demand. And the other end of the spectrum, customers that, when we say to them what does success look like, say yes, we want to see an uplift of north of 10% in X, we want to see reduced bounce rates of Y. So for us it's about working with clients to understand what's important for them, what metrics they need to see that's going to influence their business decisions. We like that because it means we can be very accountable for the return that we're giving them.
Many organisations want to understand customer lifetime value, but obviously ultimately it's a combination of, you know, what they spend with the organisation, but also the influence that they generate, and then what that influence creates in terms of monetary value, in terms of the other customers that are brought in off the back of their conversation, their social dialogue and the advocacy they generate.
There's a number of different measures, and some of the stuff we've heard today is a talk about very, very hard, factual measurement, which can work around customer retention, customer purchasing, the value of their baskets, regularity of return. So there's all those classic elements. That's still quite traditional in many senses. I think it's actually trying to understand how you measure somebody across their whole lifespan with you, and for instance, you know, decide whether they're actually more valuable to you because they may have bought your product 2 or 3 times, but they're advocating you through social media and through other mechanisms. They're sharing their experience with other people that's generating greater revenue for you than actually just selling them another product. We did a campaign last year for Cardiff University. We actually didn't measure just how many people had come to the website or how many people entered the competition, but we actually promoted brand ambassadors, which were actual students, through Facebook, and encouraged them to like and connect to those people and subscribe to those people's channels. So we were actually measuring that as well, and we could actually measure how much commentary they were doing, how much sharing they were doing.
If we can look for those signals, I think if companies can define the behaviours that make up evangelists, then they can start appealing to the right people.
I want to start looking at more as the value side of things in terms of tracking the value of a customer, because with the B2B world and professional services in particular, there's no product that they're buying. It's a service that they're buying, and that's a long buying process over 3 or 6 or months or a year in some cases, where they're choosing the appropriate law firm. And so that's not a thing that can happen overnight and quickly. So it's about tracking and nurturing a lead from the first time they meet you in a digital presence, whether that's on the site or otherwise, through to making contact with you at some point.
This is so important to then build on that next piece, and you can quantify a lot of that. You can certainly quantify it to a point where you justify it back to the business about the value that kind of approach has.
You know, the gold standard for metrics for us is something that really relates to that lifetime customer value. So, you know, in the case of EasyJet, it's going to be the repeat sales of, you know, coming back time and time again, you know, buying flights with EasyJet that's what we want to see long term.